How did this turn into this?
Victory! We're in the finals! We're in the finals! All right! Loser! Loser! You're a loser! Loser! Everyone should get one of these! Pass them around!
Jay Coakley, the author of Sports and Society, argued that there have been many cultural shifts in society that have led to an increase in organized youth sport participation. He first argued that the number of families with both parents working has dramatically increased, which has created a demand for after-school activities. He argued that by having after-school activities, it creates a better schedule for these working parents. Second, when children succeed, parents can claim that they are meeting cultural expectations. We decided to survey local parents to see if these ideas held true. The first parent to be interviewed is Lauren Packer Webster, an associate athletic director at Mercyhurst University. Okay. How many children do you have? How old are they, and what sports do they play?
I have one child, female, Brenly Webster. She's 4.5 years old, and currently she does gymnastics 2 times a week for 1 hour, so 2 hours a week, and then she does soccer on Saturday mornings for 1 hour.
Do you feel external pressure from society to keep your children in sports?
I do not. If anything, I think I swing the other way because I recognize how many parents push their children, so we try to keep it very loose because she's only 4.5.
Do you feel like their success in sport is direct representation of your parenting skills?
I wouldn't say success in sport, but I feel her listening skills and her just normal skills required to succeed in life make her succeed in the sports, especially only at 4.5.
Do you and your spouse both work? And if so, do you think having your child in sport helps your schedule or makes it harder?
We're only just beginning on this, so it definitely makes our schedules harder. When you have a child, your time is not your own to begin with. And then when you add in sports, you're always going to be on someone else's time.
Okay, thank you. Our second parent to be interviewed is Mike Whaler, the wrestling coach at Mercyhurst University. How many children do you have? How old are they? And what sports do they play?
3 kids, 8, 6, and 4. 8-year-old daughter does gymnastics and softball regularly, plays a little bit of soccer. 6-year-old he's in gymnastics, he's doing soccer, he's wrestled, and he plays baseball. 4-year-old, he kind of just goes to everybody's events, but he's in soccer and gymnastics. Those are two organized sports.
Okay. Do you feel external pressure from society to keep your children in sports?
No.
Do you feel like their success in sports is a direct representation of your parenting skills?
No.
Okay. And do you and your spouse both work? And if so, do you think having your kids in sports helps your schedule or makes it harder?
Oh, we both work, and it definitely makes it harder.
Makes it harder?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because we're everywhere. It's one's got to get picked up one place, one's got to get dropped off here. They're in different sports, and so it just adds more schedules to the family calendar.
All right, thank you. Our third parent to be interviewed is Ryan Patton, the volleyball coach at Mercyhurst University.
Okay, so I have 2 boys, 12 and 10, and the 12-year-old plays basketball for his school and volleyball for a club team, and the 10-year-old plays youth soccer and will play basketball this year.
Okay. Do you feel external pressure from society to keep your children in sport?
External pressure, no.
No.
None at all.
Do you feel like their success in sports is a direct representation of your parenting skills?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, we're very sane about their success or non-success, and it's just what it is.
Do you and your spouse both work? And if so, do you think having your kids in sports helps your schedule or makes it harder?
We both work, and having kids in sports, I guess, hurts our schedule. I don't know. Our schedule's crazy as it is, so
All right.
sure.
Thank you.
The fourth parent we interviewed was Jeff Lewis, owner of Lewis Fitness and Performance.
All right, how many children do you have? I have 2 kids. Siobhan, she is 9, and Griffin, who's 6. They both play sports, a little bit of everything. Both play soccer. Griffin just started playing baseball this past spring, and he really enjoyed it. And then my daughter's getting into basketball, so she's actually joining the team here in a few weeks. So she's excited about that. Do I feel external pressure to keep your children in sports? I don't. I'm a firm believer in letting them try what they like. If they don't like it, they don't have to play. I'm not going to pressure them at all. And also, really trying to focus on them enjoying the process and having a lot of fun with it. So, some people think that, like my son especially is going to be, under a lot of pressure to eventually get into football because I played Division I football, and I want to do the best that I can to keep that from happening as far as providing extra pressure. If he feels that, sort of a self-inflicted pressure that he puts on himself because I played football, that's kind of on him, but it's not coming from me at all, because I just want to be as fair as I possibly can, to him when it comes to that. Do you feel like their success in sports is a direct representation of your parenting skills? Absolutely not. I think it's one of those things, like we try to work on some things, in the backyard, but it's all completely on them. If they want to play, whatever they can. If they want to practice, we can do that as well. I've kind of been blessed to have a baseball field in the backyard. So Griffin has wanted, kind of asked me to go out there and, hit a little bit, play catch a little bit, and that's, those are things that, he wants to do. We work on it, but, their success is not tied to anything that either myself, or their mom, do as far as parenting skills. We're just trying to support them the best we can, and if that leads to success down the road, maybe it has a part to it, but it's not, we're not positioning ourselves as parents to where success is correlated to us in any way. Do you and your spouse both work? And if so, do you think having kids in sports helps your schedule or makes it harder? Well, my ex-wife and I, we both work full-time. My current wife works full-time as well, and so it definitely complicates the schedule, but it's not something that is unbearable. Because obviously we're trying to find good balance with everything that our kids are doing, their activities, making sure they're getting their schoolwork done and things like that. So it can be complicated, but we have a number of people that can help us, get them to practices, get them to games, those kind of things, especially with my business of kind of adding to that as far as working with kids after school, particularly kids that play sports. I see it on a daily basis as far as, kind of working with kids and working with parents to work on the schedule and really make it work. And so we're very comfortable with that, and we're doing that with our kids as well, as far as giving a good balance so that they're not doing too much, and they're still, getting a lot of enjoyment from playing sports.
Our final parent to be interviewed is Dr. Scott Michael, the head of the undergrad athletic training department at Mercyhurst University. How many children do you have? How old are they? And what sports do they play?
So I have 2 kids, 2 girls, ages 8.5 and 6.5. They play soccer. They want to play basketball in the winter. They do tennis. And I think, other than just running around and being kids, that's about what they do.
Do you feel external pressure from society to keep your children in sport?
No. But I'm not normal.
Do you feel like their success in sports is a direct representation of your parenting skills?
No, I don't. You want me to elaborate on that? Yeah. You're shaking. I guess yes, you should. So, so I grew up in athletics, right? And this a lot comes from where I'm centered in with what I believe is most important, and that's them understanding who they are and what their purpose is in life. And if it's to be defined by a sport, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And so it goes way beyond deeper than that. And so, no, it doesn't bother me.
Do you and your spouse both work? And if so, do you think having your kids in sports helps your schedule or makes it harder?
So my wife and I were talking about this morning. So she's not able to work because she is currently battling an autoimmune disorder. And so we were talking about the busyness is just of the schedule that we have. We've made it a point to tell ourselves that they're only allowed to do one activity at a time. So if it's soccer, it's soccer. If it's piano, it's piano. They're not going to do two things and run them ragged so that they have no time to explore and be kids and build our family. So, yeah.
Thank you.